JW, like Mick, will be in a contest, so we'll open this up after I give you a few comments. Good job. What I think would make this a winning speech is if you can make it more personal. Pull out some life experiences that would really bring it home of how you persevered, the race. Bring more personal interaction, and I think it would be much better that way. Anyone else? Yes.
I would like to see your ending statements be in the reverse order of when you opened with them, so that the quote from Paul is last.
Okay.
That's just a personal opinion.
I'll just say, JW, I thought you really came out of your shell today. But in the past, if there was one concern that I'd had with your speaking style, it's been maybe a little too monotone.
Right.
And you really, really took your vocal variety to a new level today.
Thank you.
And I think that's, if you can keep that up, that can really help you go further.
Thank you.
Steve?
I like the visual demonstration of the shell, putting your head in the shell. It messed your hairdo up though, and that distracted me. I think that's a good visual aid.
Yeah, agree.
Dr. Everett?
The whole contest is in the 15 seconds at the beginning and the 15 seconds at the end. There's a little meat in the middle, that's good, you have that. But you gotta get them from the bank. And when you came out, you were a little hesitant. You were kind of gathering yourself. You looked down at the floor a little bit. Look in the mirror when you give this speech at home, and see what we, or look at the video. So when you come out there, hesitation is not bad. I don't mean that part's not good, but look around at the audience. Set up your people. Make some eye contact. Don't look down like you're trying to get your thoughts together. Look around like you're preparing to hammer.
JW, was there supposed to be a presentation?
There was.
Okay.
But now, let me make sure I understand you clearly. As far as the moment of, and Matt, help me on the definition, where you sit before you make that first, is that what you're talking about when I was sitting there preparing, or after I had started with the opening?
Once you get up in front,
right,
whatever you do from the time you leave your seat till you make your first opening, that's kind of, you can get prepared, but I guess you don't look down at the floor like you're trying to figure out what you're going to say next. You know what you're going to say. Look at the audience, engage them visually. Okay. So that they're waiting, they're anticipating, what is he going to do?
All right.
As opposed to, God, I hope he didn't forget his speech.
They may not supposed to judge you for that time period, but on the other hand, that perception is still there and carries over to you.
Understood.
When they do judge you for your speech. So.
One thing that you emphasized before, although I think this was a better speech, but one thing you took the emphasis off of, last time you made it real clear that the finish line was not a line, it was a circle. And that kind of, makes your point that it doesn't matter which way you go, you still win if you just go. And you repeatedly refer to the finish line. I think it'd be cool, it'd be a good word picture if you said at the beginning, you said, it's not a finish line, it's a finish circle. And then instead of saying finish line throughout the speech, refer to it as a finish circle.
Okay.
Matt, can I say one last thing?
Yes.
Because I may have misled JW a little bit with what Royce is going into, but let me stand up and demonstrate this. There are a lot of the professional speakers who talk about coming up and putting the plan, and they will talk about this, Dr. Everett, is they will actually come up and drop their head for a minute and really plant their feet like it's going 6 feet into the ground, and really gather themselves for just a second. And that's, I think, what JW was trying to capture there. But what you want to be sure and do, JW, if you come up with a plan and you come up here and just gather yourself for a second, and I think what Dr. Everett was trying to say is then come up, take that second to maybe catch the room and then launch into your speech.
Okay.
And maybe even take that little step forward or something like that, that really says, bang, I'm start.
Right.
And there's your quote. And so there was, I think, what I was trying to deliver to you, and he probably caught that, because sometimes I've seen people who, they'll start their speech, you know, as soon as they shake hands, they start launch into their speech, and they're not even having, and then they haven't engaged the audience either. So, you know, make that handshake, turn, you can gather yourself, the clock doesn't start till you make your first, you know, gather yourself, come up, thanks.
Now, the intro is broken up with Hebrews 12:1 and then the story of the millionaire talking about the Bible. Is that too long before my welcome? Should I put the welcome in the middle?
The intro is too long today.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yep.
Okay.
But I better
Thank
move
you.
along with that.
Thank you.
We're a little bit behind, but we're going to continue on. I think we all learned something today from that extra instruction that we did. Chuck Russell,